Hi friends, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel, Sunset Bow Tarot. So today I thought I would do a video that I have been kind of threatening to do for a long time, which is to give a tour of my newly redone guest bedroom, which I kind of revamped into a combination guest bedroom slash dedicated tarot and witchy space, because let's face it, I don't have people come and stay with me all that often. So this room used to just have basically bookshelves and a queen size bed in it, and it was basically wasted space, and it just accumulated stuff. Like, I would just throw stuff in this room whenever I didn't know what to do with it, until it just became a pile of junk. And with just like a mound of stuff on the queen size bed. And then I had a relative who actually needed the bed, and so I gave it to them and decided to redo this room so that people can still stay in it if they need to, but I can also get more use out of the space. So what I ended up doing is I got rid of the queen size bed, and this day bed used to be in my living room. I used to use it as my primary sofa in my living room, but instead I moved it in here so it can be an actual bed. Like, since it is a bed, I can use it as more of an actual bed. And I did buy some new chairs for my living room. So some new chairs and extra bookshelf. 2 extra bookshelves actually were kind of the only new furniture that I bought for this project. So I felt pretty good about that. Yeah, my sister has since come to stay with me, and she slept on this bed and said it was quite comfortable. So I'm very happy with how this all turned out. And yeah, but like, I figured we could just sort of go ahead and take a tour around the room, because I'm very happy with how it all turned out. So we'll start in this corner back here. Just various like celestial decorations. People have been giving these like moons and suns and stuff to me kind of all my life, so I have my little collection of them hanging up. This is my Sarah chair, which I've had since I was a baby, and I treasure it, so I have that. Here you can see my completely insane Lego collection with, as you can see, room to add more. This was like the main reason why I added a bookshelf, was so that I could have more space for my Legos and also put doors on them so that I don't have to dust them as often, because dusting Legos is a bitch and a half, so I just didn't want to do it. As you can see, I have mostly Lord of the Rings Legos with some Star Wars Legos and also some Harry Potter Legos, although I'm now not trying not to buy Harry Potter Legos anymore. So over here we get to just a bunch of books and stuff. That box up at the top is like a memory box that my mom gave to me when I was really young. I think it was in elementary school, so I've had that for a long time. And it has just special stuff in it. A bunch of books. I mostly kept like fantasy books in here. And you know, BTS Uno, because why not? This behind here is mostly like DVDs and board games and stuff, because, you know, you need a place for that kind of thing. So more bookshelves. More bookshelves. Again, mostly like fantasy novels, although you can also see my insane L.M. Montgomery library from that time when I was in grad school, when I got obsessed with L.M. Montgomery, even though it is not what I was studying. This is the Littlefields. I made these little dolls when I was a kid. I think I was probably 7 or 8. And I sewed all of them, and my stepdad helped me make the little bookshelf dollhouse for them. And we like laid a little wood floor and put up little wallpaper and little molding and everything, and I think they're so cute, and I will treasure them for my whole entire life. I love them. Again, more books, more books. Books, 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 and books. So again, here is the daybed. I normally have more like witchy kind of pillows on this bed, but they're all out in the living room right now because it's Halloween. So And then I have a little table that I got on Craigslist, and it has a man drinking on it, and I love it. I think it's actually a wine box or something like that, but I use it as a table. That is my deck Purgatory box, which is not normally sitting on the floor, but is right now because I've been selling decks. So now to get to the good stuff. This is the corner where I have all of my tarot and witchy decks and books. So up at the top here, we've got a bunch of books on like mythology. That big brown binder is just, I've got a bunch of like loose papers and stuff in there. This is all just tarot and other books, and a big cluttered pile of decks that I intend to make bags for soon. I have the fabric and I just need to sell them. This is more tarot books. This is mostly deck guide books on this shelf. This is a bunch of tarot decks on this shelf. This one, more decks, mostly Oracle, and some of my less used tarot. This is my like witchy books shelf. The middle stack is the To Be Read stack, and then more tarot books down at the bottom. So as you can see, I hang most of my tarot decks these days. I will admit that I shamelessly stole this idea from Lisa Papez, who hangs all of her bags. I do it a little bit differently, but I still like how it turns out. Basically on the side of the bookshelves I have a whole bunch of just command hooks stuck to the sides of the bookshelf, so I've got decks hanging on those. And then I just recently, when I redid the room, got this cool like set of IKEA, I think it's supposed to be a coat rack, but I'm hanging decks on it, so I hung that on the wall. And it's kind of like a vine or a tree, so I think it's really awesome. This is my desk. You probably recognize some of the stuff on it. I do a lot of top-down videos on that marble cutting board. So I guess I'll just start from over here. So the unicorn and moon pictures are actually embroideries, and I bought them from Baba Studio. They were having like a seconds sale on embroideries, and so they were like really discounted, and I needed to add some stuff to my order to get free shipping, so I ordered them and I really love them, so I put them in frames. I've just got some various little cards and stuff and card holders up there. This is my crystal cabinet. I did get this recently. This was I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. I had to drive to Belle Plaine to get it, which if you live in the Twin Cities, you know that it's a little bit of a hike to Belle Plaine, but I just loved it so much. It had the curved glass, and like it has a skeleton key. Like, I'm obsessed with it, and I really wanted a pretty place to keep crystals. I did have to clean it up quite a bit, and I did put the paper up in the back so the crystals have a nice backdrop, but I think it's so pretty. So up here, the apothecary sign and the tarot sign I bought from Michael's last year at the exact same time that everybody else bought those exact same signs from Michael's. I think they're cute. So I bought this little shelfie thing also on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, you just need storage for the top of your desk, right? So I've got a bunch of pens, the blue God's Eye my niece made for me. I have a incense burner that was made by Havana Sparkle Divine Creations. It's a resin incense burner. It's shaped like a feather. Behind the incense burner are 2 agate slices with engravings on them. So there is a shop, and I can't remember the name of it, but I will put it down in the description box. This guy who makes a lot of like, witchy kind of stuff, and he was selling these agate slices that had engravings on them, so I got the High Priestess and the Page of Cups because those are both very important cards to me, especially as it relates to intuition in the context of reading tarot, and this desk is where I do all my tarot readings, so they're kind of like my little mascots up there. I got those a couple years ago. I have Kim Tae-young from BTS because, of course. This is by Renee, Meadowlark Mystic. Her name is Petunia, She of the Deep Waters. I love her. This is just where I keep some decks that I've been working with or plan to work with. Like I said, I just got this little shelfie thing recently, so I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. So up here, this little Greek plaque thing actually belonged to my grandparents. I am actually part Greek, and at one point, my grandparents, these are the grandparents who just passed away this year, took a trip to Greece and, you know, visited like the little village where our ancestors are from or whatever. And this is just a souvenir that they bought while they were there. And they've had it in their house for like decades, and I've always been obsessed with it. So when they passed away, this was something that I asked for. It's like I said, it's just like a ceramic souvenir, but I was just so enthralled by this thing when I was a kid, so I had to have it. That is one of those Wedgwood tarot plates from the 70s. I really wanted one of these, and I had to stalk eBay for like months to find one that I could afford. But I love it, and I have it now, and I'm so happy with it. Just got some various little boxes and, you know, a smoke cleansing stick. This little cabinet has mostly like candles and incense and stuff in it. Same with this little cabinet. It's various different like little herb thingies and candles and incense and other consumables, I guess. This little cabinet I got again on Facebook Marketplace for not very much money. And I got them to house my little collection of vintage ladybells. I have this collection of ladybells. You can, I don't know, probably see them all in there, which I love, but they don't actually quite fit in there, which I didn't realize before I bought it. So the door is a little bit open, but whatever, it still works. And then this little thing, the little moon hanger, is also by Havana of Sparkle Divine Creation. This is, I guess you could say, if I had like an ancestor altar or, you know, something that I put out for Samhain, I guess this would be it. So this is, the two roses in the picture are from my grandparents' funerals. My grandma died back in July and my grandpa died in September. So those are just flowers that are from the floral arrangements at their funeral that I dried. And then I've got some pictures of my two kitties who have passed away, and then one of them, Tess, those are her paw prints. So anyway, so again, this is my revamped, redone tarot and witchy space. And I'm so happy with it. And like I said, my sister came to stay with me and she told me it was super comfy to stay in here actually. So I'm very pleased with that. And this big empty space right here next to Orthanc, Saruman's tower at Isengard is going to be taken up after this weekend by the Lego Haunted House, because I bought that for myself as a massive, massive treat to put together over Halloween weekend. So I'm super excited about that. And that is going to, it is also super, super tall, so it's going to go right there in that space. All right, so that is my space, and I hope you enjoyed taking this little tour. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.